Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Asahi, boy.
What was all that about, dude?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing, man?
I don't know.
Come on.
I know.
Come on, man.
Just take the mic away from me.
Yeah, you lose mic privileges for the next 2 minutes. The long-awaited review, the long-awaited movie has finally aired.
What movie?
Evangelion 3.0
Evangelion?
plus 1.0.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
What?
I've heard people say Evangelion.
Evangelion,
Sounds wrong.
the anime.
I don't know. It could be right.
The anime.
Anime. 3.0 plus 1.0.
Thrice upon a time.
Thrice upon a time.
Has finally aired. The long-awaited.
Yes.
Wow. And we're talking about it today.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, who the fuck are you?
So my name's Dylan, and
don't confuse them.
I'm a little
okay?
butthole. I'm a little butthole.
Hey, don't
and
confuse
you can
them.
find me at
Don't-
TGW Podcast.
don't think
Butthole.
I'm not a butthole.
No, my name's Alex, actually. So it's Alex at Professor_Otaku, and the
My
beautiful
name
person,
is
the beautiful person,
Alex.
the beautiful person with his cut off pockets is.
Yeah, I cut him off because you kept fingering him.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I had a shirt with a pocket, and you would just
Now he does not have a shirt with a
violate,
pocket.
Violate me. Violate me.
Who are you?
And I am Dylan from at TGW Podcast on Instagram.
Yes, minus the
The
butthole.
real host of TGW Podcast, Two Guys in the Warehouse, anime podcast.
Follow us on Instagram.
No, online.
Yeah. Listen to us everywhere. YouTube, Spotify,
Apple Podcast,
Podbean.
Maybe. I can't remember.
Maybe. I thought you got that Podbean.
I'm pretty sure we got Podbean.
Okay.
SoundCloud.
Kind of.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Xnay and all that stuff.
Yeah. Nobody really
Yeah.
listens on there, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a few people.
Maybe.
Anyways,
Who knows?
Yeah. If you do, that's awesome. I respect you for that because everybody else takes the easy way out and just uses Spotify or Apple Podcast. But
Or
if you
YouTube.
listen on or YouTube. If you listen on Podbean, you are a true podcast fan.
Shit, if you're listening on
respect
Libsyn,
you.
that's true.
Yeah. Oof. Oh yeah. I listen on Libsyn.
Shut up.
So, yes, a little background on Evangelion.
Yes.
So
So,
Evangelion
Yeah.
originally started as an anime series.
In 1995.
Yes. Created by Hideaki Anno. Or directed, right? And he created. Yeah.
Directed, created by
Yep,
Hideaki Anno. Yes.
Anno. And it was a total mindfuck. But it was super enjoyable. And you follow the main character, Shinji Ikari, as he has this kind of coming of age, but totally
No, it's a coming of age.
yeah. No, yeah, but there's more to it than just coming of age. It's a whole psychological breakdown and everything like that.
I would say, I would say it's okay, I feel like we're going too deep, but I do want to, I would say it is.
I just want to brush the surface of the deepness.
Okay. Yeah. We'll brush it.
Yes.
Coming of age.
Broad brush. Yeah.
Broad brush.
So, and then Evangelion had the series, and then there was a movie made
Yes.
because people didn't like the original ending of the series. And then there was another movie, but that doesn't really matter.
The
right?
Death and Rebirth, it's just a recap.
Yeah. Okay, just a recap movie.
Pretty much.
So don't worry about that. And then you have the Rebuild movies, which are a retelling of
Yes.
Evangelion. So same characters and everything, but a different storyline, basically.
It's the same storyline, but I think it explores
it's the
different.
same
it explores
storyline up
different
to a
things.
point.
Yeah.
All the way up until the end of the second Rebuild movie.
Yeah.
And then it kind of
Yeah.
shifts.
Like they introduce
Yeah.
a different character, and then
Mm-hmm.
obviously the events are different, but for the most part, it is it stays true to what Ava is. I
Yeah.
guess.
Originally it was supposed to be a different series,
That's what
but
allegedly. I don't know. I don't know how 100% true that is, but yes, allegedly that it was. It's a mixed with what Evangelion is, and then a different series that Hideaki Anno was allegedly working.
yeah.
But we don't. I don't know.
So both you and I have watched the original series,
Yes.
watched the rebuild movies, watched the end of Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
I did not watch the Death and Rebuild or the Death
It doesn't
and
matter.
Rebirth.
It doesn't matter.
But,
Dude, I watched like half of the movie and I was like, this is pointless.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter if you watch it or not.
So, yeah.
Well, I guess we should stick with the TV series.
Yeah.
Move on to end of Evangelion.
Yes.
And then go to the rebuild movies, because the rebuild movies are what really matter, because that's what,
That's
made
what really this is all about, because this is what everybody's been waiting for.
it's the last movie, 10 years waiting for the fucking
A
final
long
movie.
time,
Right.
man. A long time.
Nobody knew it would end. Nobody
Yep.
knew it would start, or it would be made to end.
Yeah.
COVID, all this shit. Hideaki Anno teasing
Most
us.
of us had given up on
Yeah.
for the movie. So.
Yeah. So the TV series, you actually watched.
I just watched it recently.
All of it.
I watched, so I guess like 3 weeks ago now,
Mm-hmm.
I started and watched the whole original Evangelion
Yes.
TV series. And then I watched all the rebuild movies.
Mhm.
All the
all
rebuild
of them,
movies.
all of them,
and
basically.
then I watched the end of Evangelion. Like 17 and a half hours of
Yeah,
Evangelion.
basically.
And totally fucked my mind.
Yeah, I believe that.
I almost died going through the whole series.
Yeah.
But no, so Evangelion to me as a series was like very enjoyable. I think it took getting to the 6th episode for it to start to pick up pace. And then all the way up until about the 23rd episode where it gets very deep and psychological, it kind of started.
Well, it starts very like Monster of the Week
Yeah.
for the most part. Up until like, I think it's episode 16 is where it really starts to kind of go into more of like a linear storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, linear, but like obviously everything that kind of happens is like super out there.
Well, yeah, before it's like versus like fighting each angel.
Exactly.
And then it goes into Commander Akari and Sele. And that's when the real story starts
Mm-hmm.
as far as the series. And then there's a whole like deeper level that it gets into around like episode 23.
Right.
Which, I mean, when I was watching it, it threw me for such a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just like, at one point, I'm like, holy fuck, it was all a dream. And I was like, holy fuck, it wasn't all a dream. And I was like, fuck me, what's going on?
Yeah.
So but it really comes down to like this whole emotional state that Shinji's in.
Well, it goes into like a whole psychoanalysis
Yeah.
thing, and it's just like each character
It's
gets
super
broken
trippy.
down.
Yeah.
From like like Shinji, his inferiority I can't even say it.
Inferiority. Mhm.
Complex.
Yep.
Well, no, Asuka is really the one that has that, because she's
Yeah. And Shinji
Shinji's
is just
more
like a
like
recluse.
a
Almost.
recluse, like
Thinks he's not worth anything.
dad problems,
Yeah.
like not having a mom, not having a family,
Yeah.
and then isolation.
Mm-hmm.
It goes really deep into it, and like
Yeah.
why he pilots the Evangelion,
Yeah.
because he needs it.
Because
in
he
a
wants
way.
people to
Appreciate
him.
Yeah,
and
make
he
him
wants
feel
to feel
useful.
Like he has, yeah, exactly.
Usefulness.
Which I think, honestly, in real life, it kind of comes down to that. People just want to feel like they're useful.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just like one of those shows you can't watch once. I've only watched it once, and I'm gonna have to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it would take at least probably a year for me to
Yeah.
decide to rewatch it.
Well, because you watched a lot of it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not even
Well, I
just the
watched
TV series. It's like
everything,
all the
So,
movies and all that shit.
Yeah, to really get this true understanding of what the series like means.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like, I mean, even 1995, like, what was the studio that did the series originally?
Gainax?
Was it Gainax?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was Sahara or something like
Sahara?
Zahari.
No.
No.
That's probably for the rebuild movies. Kara.
Oh yeah, Kara.
Studio
Yeah,
Kara.
yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Sorry. See, it all starts to blend together.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's so much
yeah,
confusion because
yeah.
it's like, wait, why is Gainax not doing it? Oh, it's because they're like don't exist
Yeah,
anymore
so you
because they
expect
fucking
Trigger to do it.
yeah.
But it's like Kara.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay.
A lot of-
anyway, yeah, because I was like, I wanted to say
That whole
but I was like,
Gainax could be a whole episode in itself, and all their fucking shit.
Yeah.
all their like
But I mean-
wrongdoings as a studio.
Yeah,
but
but
yeah,
that's
no worries.
besides the point.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
besides the
Gainax,
point.
like even in 1995, they just did this mind-blowing animation.
Yeah, yeah.
And just looking at everything from a technical standpoint, story aside, like just the soundtrack, the and the animation was amazing. The voice acting, at least for the English dub, was a little tough. I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes subbed when I first started to watch it, and that was tough too. But 1995 audio recording. So yeah, but I think
you thought the animation was really good?
I thought it was pretty good for 1995.
Because they had production issues. I know that because they had to redo. I think it was episode 12. They had to redo, and then that's why a lot of the latter episodes, the way it looks, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of declines in quality, but I think they make it work with the story.
Yeah.
Like how it becomes more still drawings throughout.
Yeah.
Because I think their production it was more of their production schedule got thrown off.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think I don't know if the story was going to go that way anyway, but the way it looks is really more because they had more delayed issue, and it's really more. It's more so Gainax and their scheduling.
Yeah.
Gainax was a horribly run studio, which is why they no longer exist.
Yeah.
Or no, they exist,
as
but
a shell basically.
Yeah, they exist as Gaina. They dropped the X.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't even really go into animation for the last 4 episodes because it's all just
it becomes completely different.
Yeah, it's
it's like a dream.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's like a dream.
It's like
what the fuck?
clips.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But I mean, no, the original scenes, I thought the Rebuild movies did a good job of kind of capturing the original animation style.
Like the first 2 movies you said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or even even the character designs. I think the character designs.
Oh no, they did an
really
amazing
nice.
job for capturing that. So I know it's been a while for you for watching the show. So
I watched. I had to rewatch. What was that? I was going to rewatch the last 8 episodes, but I decided to just rewatch. I think I watched 19, 20, and then I just skipped to 23. Or no, 24, 25, 26, which is where obviously more of the psychoanalysis, the not end of the world, but when the human instrumentality project kind of starts to happen, and then you see Shinji and all his weight, all his baggage come up, and how he deals with it, or how he has to come to terms with it. At least in the TV series, because it's all different. Every ending is different.
I think what messes me up with Evangelion is I look at it purely as a mecha.
Yeah.
Anime,
okay.
But it's so much more than that.
Well, I mean,
and I'm in when I watch it, I was in this mindset oh, it's a mecha.
No.
He's gonna fight the angels. Where are the angels from, and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's just what? Who am I?
Well, I think it almost. I mean, it's like a buzzword, but like a deconstruction. Kind of like how Madoka Magica, you could say, is a deconstruction of the magical girl genre because it subverts your expectations. Evangelion's a lot like that because it's when you expect a robot show like Eureka 7 or any of those shows, they're I'm happy to pilot the mech. Oh yeah, this is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Here he's oh.
But even Eureka
why?
7 did a good job of making it a more emotional thing.
Well, because
even Renton went through this existential crisis of
because it takes from Evangelion.
Yeah.
Everything after
Evangelion's the basis.
Yes.
For all mecha anime
after it.
Yeah, except for Gundam, because Gundam was already.
Well, no, but I think a lot of mech shows after Evangelion took a lot
because anything Darling in the Franxx, Eureka 7,
exactly.
Yeah.
Anything before
Gurren Lagann.
Anything before was more. I mean, Evangelion takes the super robot. It's a super robot show. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's weird. It's it's not really
a super robot show that's not about super robots.
Yeah, because they're not super robots. No, I mean, they're not super robots because they're
angels. Yeah, exactly. No. But they're basically mechas.
Robots. They're basically mechas with souls in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I mean, even Nirvash though was a super mecha.
But I mean, the Evangelion's an actual it's almost like an actual creature still because it has the whole. It's so weird to think of it as a mech.
The metal only is on it to contain it.
You know what's a better way of thinking of it? Mm-hmm. It's because Attack on Titan also takes a lot of inspiration, but I mean it's also kaiju in general, the giant monsters. But when I think of the Avas, it reminds me more of like the Titans in a way where it's like it is kind of like a human being, I guess. Like Titans well, shit. Spoiler alert.
Damn, you just fucked up Attack on Titan for everybody.
Because like no, the Ava's like it's still almost an organism. It has like blood in there. Well, LCL or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
No.
And
it doesn't have LCL in it.
Yeah, isn't that the red stuff?
No, the LCL is in the plug.
Oh, in the plug.
It's not there. I don't think it's their blood.
Okay. Well, they have blood.
I know
then.
what you get.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. The Avas are actually organisms that
Exactly.
are being piloted.
Exactly.
They're not robots.
Right. Which is why there's always so much problems piloting them, and there's the whole thing where
because
the pilots
it has
have to
its
have
own mind, and that's why they need to synchronize.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Avas are already everything about the series is like more is pretty complex in a lot of ways. It's pretty fucking crazy.
No, yeah, and it's very well done when you like break it all down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to like handle and take in, so it's something you have to be prepared going in for. Like, and that's why, and most people aren't prepared.
Yes.
And that's why it takes multiple watches, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Multiple watches, videos of smarter people talking about it, stuff like that.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
I guess you want to continue talking about the TV series?
No, we can move on to the rebuilds now.
But I do want to talk about the ending of the rebuild series, of the original TV series.
Okay,
real quick, because so this was like considered like it was a controversial ending because of like the way it happened. Like, so the entire series up until a certain point was episodic, but it was Monster of the Week. That was the biggest thing. It was like he pilots the mech, fights the monsters. There's always the issues with his dad. Shinji Ikari, Gendo Ikari, worst dad. # worst dad.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, it becomes more of like it goes into like the whole breaking down each character. Yeah. Rey, and how she's soulless, kind of. Yeah. Basically. Because she's a clone.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Asuka, who like has the complex of, wanting to be superior, show off her skills.
Well, has no parents.
And her thing is like, fucked up
in the
too.
show. Oh my
god.
Yeah.
And then Shinji, obviously all his issues with his dad, his mom dying, how he lives his life. He lives with Misato, which fuck yes.
Yeah, you're that lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
And his friends were telling him that all the time too.
Yeah, he's fucking lucky, asshole.
Like, hey, what the fuck's your problem? You're living with a hot ass fucking woman.
Yeah.
And she just like prances around half naked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Drinking beer all day. How are you so miserable?
Yeah. This dude just listens to his Walkman all day.
Yeah.
But so it goes into that whole psychoanalysis, the whole instrumentality project, which is like to fuse all human consciousness together. And then Shinji gets caught up in that, and towards the end, essentially like from what I got of it is like he decides the world sucks, but he can live in it.
Yeah.
He can survive in the world as hard, even if it's hard on him.
Yeah.
He can still like make it through.
It's still better to live than to just say fuck everybody.
And that's like kind of like it was for the longest time the happy ending for Ava. So for the TV series at least.
What's even
well, I mean, all the characters then. I was like, congratulations!
Like, all right, the status quo. Yeah,
you figured it out. Yeah. Life sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Life sucks. Deal with it. We all move on, and that's how it goes.
Let's get some Popeyes then. What did you get? Like, what did you get from the ending? Because I mean, even like
honestly, I did not. No.
No, it's look. I watched this shit like years ago. It took me forever to try to even like comprehend something from it because it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's not even just the fact that like it goes into like breaking down those characters, but then it goes into like such a visual like it just fucking goes it goes everywhere but nowhere.
Yeah,
and then it's so hard to
animation wise, it's basically going nowhere. It's just flashes back and forth.
Yeah,
but. Like
quotes
mentally, it's like and I think that was a big problem too. In watching it, is there's all these subtitles in Japanese, but no English subtitles.
You didn't have English subtitles on yours?
Not on the DVD.
Did you watch it dubbed?
Yeah.
Okay, I switched to the sub, and it gave me the sub.
Oh, I'll have to go back and do that.
No, it's all right.
Because I was
that's my fault.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't even know. what like these little panels are saying.
It's
so
all
it's
asking.
just,
I think they were all asking questions. That's when when they were like breaking down each character.
it was
It was
like the
more
last
of
couple
like
episodes.
Yeah, it was like when it was like asking like, why do you pilot the Ava?
Yeah.
Why do you need the Ava?
Yeah.
It's like because I need to be useful. I need to be I need my dad to love me basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. But I don't know. Like the TV series is kind of a happy ending, I guess, in the end.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, the world goes on. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, I can't imagine like being in that time period watching that show and
Mm-hmm.
then like it ends and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then you have to wait 2 years
Yeah.
for a movie sequel.
Yeah.
That is unsatisfying.
No. It's a you.
Yeah.
It's a fuck you. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
yeah. So it's unsatisfying for
Yeah.
everybody else.
But you
and
thought
then you
it was
have
gonna
to
be.
wait 10 years.
Yeah.
And then they rebuild the movies.
Yeah.
And then you watch 3 movies.
Yeah.
And then wait another 10 years.
years.
So Ava's just a giant big fuck you.
It's a big fuck you to the anime community
Yeah.
for sure. But I guess moving on to
The end of Evangelion.
end of Evangelion. So what did you watch that
I did
recently?
and that was definitely not as good.
You didn't think it was good?
No, it was good.
Okay.
but it wasn't as good as the series.
The TV series?
Yeah,
What did
the series I gave like an 8.
Okay.
The movie, the end of Evangelion, I gave a 7.
What did you think of? I guess like what did you think of the ending? Because it redoes
yeah.
the ending.
Yeah.
So instead of like the whole kind of, I mean,
well, no,
it's
the
like
ending
hard
is
to
like extremely depressing.
it's depressing as
Yeah.
fuck. It's
Yeah.
dark as shit.
Yeah,
actually,
very dark.
Very dark.
Basically, Shinji just like kills off the whole world and everybody.
Essentially, yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah.
but the first scene in the end of Evangelion,
Oh, yeah.
where Shinji just like jerks off to Asuka.
He's
I
like,
was
oh my god.
She's like, idiot Shinji, you're still just like
Yeah,
the
he's
same.
such a depraved,
Yeah.
disgusting fuck.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
I was happy we got to see her topless finally, because it's funny because I watched the series, then the rebuilds, then the end of Evangelion, so I missed it all.
Yeah.
And I came back and I'm like, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
End of Evangelion was like, it seemed more like sexual.
Oh, 100%. It was totally 100 more. I mean, like, you don't actually see Misato and Kaji
Yeah.
having sex, but like
You hear it.
you hear her
Yeah.
moaning and
Felt
her
weird. I
toes,
was like, bro, what?
curling. Yeah. Well, it's weird. And Shinji's just like watching, and then even in the end where it's like a bunch of like drawings and clips, I'm pretty sure there's like penises and stuff like that in there, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
outlined.
miss that.
Yeah.
End of
There
Evangelion.
was a lot of
There was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was definitely very sexual. Because, I mean, there was even, like, the moment between Asuka and Shinji where she's like, or they were talking about, like, why would we have sex or something like that. And then her and Rei are on top of him. And then there was when Rei took Shinji into her when she's, like, the giant.
Is this when the human instrumentality starts?
Lilith? Yeah, this is all during the human instrumentality. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thanks for bringing me back.
Yeah. Because that's when, so like the first half kind of sets up everything.
Yeah. Well, it's like the 3.0, 1.0, where Shinji just like is crying for the first, third of it.
Well, at least he does seem more whiny in the TV series and in the movies. Mm-hmm. Well, in not the rebuild movies, but the end of Evangelion.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I mean, end of Evangelion is
Misato's
supposed.
just dragging him the whole time.
Yeah, end of Evangelion is supposed to be the bad ending, though.
Yeah.
It seemed like because like that's like the one where he essentially just like rejects everything. He's just like fuck this shit. Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck everything. But then
Which
at
is
the end,
almost more satisfying in a way.
no, that's why I like.
Yeah.
I like end of Evangelion better than the ending of the TV series
Yeah.
because I think it like even as dark as it goes.
Well, it's a more direct ending. It's more just like, all right, just fuck everything.
Yeah, he's just like fuck this
where
shit.
the series ending is just so convoluted.
Yeah, I mean it's convoluted, but it's still like it still ends. I mean, maybe not necessarily making the most sense, but like you can kind of get a pretty like
Yeah, kind of.
decent view of
Kinda,
what's going
yeah.
on, except for maybe like all the different visuals that are flashing towards the
Yeah.
end. But like end of Evangelion is definitely just at the end he's just like, yo, fuck the world. I'm edgy. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And then at the end where fucking what's her name? Asuka is just like, you're disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Like, dang, this dude is really that.
Yeah.
Like that bad.
He's just It's
Depraved,
he never
depraved
grows.
soul.
He doesn't grow. He
Yeah.
doesn't he doesn't get better. That's
If
the
he
problem.
stopped crying all the time, and
Well, he gets in the Ava. He stops crying.
no, he's crying in the Ava too.
Yeah, it's because he sees her fucking Asuka's like Ava just like absolutely destroyed. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I mean, at least he cares for people.
he does care. I mean, he cares for the people that he feels like he can like latch onto.
Yeah.
And get some sort of comfort from. But then, I mean, Asuka's not that character, in my opinion.
But they almost had a thing. They almost have a thing.
Well, because they have a similarity. They have similarities.
Yeah.
It's like they need the Avas.
Yeah.
I think they both need the Avas, but Asuka's just not right for him. Because like you could tell, like she's just like beats down on him. I mean, he can kind of like take it and like go back at her, but she's just too much sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
For sure.
yeah,
Well, if he'd man up a little bit, she wouldn't be so hard on him. I
that's
think.
true. Maybe yeah.
And then she would probably be good for him because she would.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not with the rebuild movies.
Yeah. Maybe because he's just so whiny.
Are we having a
That-
best girl war right now, motherfucker? It's like,
Who's
no, I'm
your
just
best
kidding.
girl? Ray?
No, fuck no. She's soulless.
That's how you like.
And she's a clone.
Yeah. Multiples.
Clone of
Yeah.
his mom.
Explains.
Makes it weird.
Freudian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, true. A lot of people don't like
Freudian
his
complex, yeah.
ideologies or his theories,
Yeah. Well.
but it's interesting.
Well, I've seen them, but we won't go into that. That's a whole other podcast.
That's a whole nother.
Check us
fucking
out on Two Guys in a Warehouse, Freud podcast,
thing. Freudian analysis,
psychoanalysis.
psychoanalysis. So, are you feeling sad today? Yes.
No, let's move on.
It's like, no,
move
just
on.
kidding.
Evangelion's too depressing as it is.
All right. End of Evangelion. Oh, actually, real quick. What did you give the TV series? You said you gave it a 7?
8 out of 10.
8. Okay, I gave that a 7. What did you give End of Evangelion?
7 out of 10.
Oh, see, this is where we differ. I gave it an 8.
But I feel like that's what I scored it initially. I feel like it's going to take some rewatches.
Yeah.
And I feel like the score will definitely change.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Give that a year or
Yeah,
so. And, you know,
It's
I got some
definitely
other
something
things.
you'll have to
got
revisit.
some JoJo's to get on right now.
Yeah,
so.
something easy.
Which
Yeah.
is so much better.
Yeah.
I like JoJo's. Sorry, real quick sidetrack. JoJo's. I was watching it last night, and I was like, "Fuck, I like JoJo's a lot."
That's why I told you to watch
I
it,
really
motherfucker.
Enjoy JoJo's,
And you didn't want to watch
like
it.
you were telling me like, yeah, you should have another main show, and then like just watch episodes
Because
here
I
and
wasn't
there.
sure how long it would take you to get into it.
Dude. I like JoJo's.
Thank
That could
God.
be my main
Fine.
show.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Anyways, I digress. So, what did you give the series versus the end of it?
I give the series a 7, and then End of Evangelion
that's
I
right,
gave
you
an
just
8.
said that. Yeah. So, and then moving on to the rebuild.
We're going finally into the Rebuild movies. Let's start at Rebuild 1.0. I can't remember the title. Like, You Cannot Do, You Cannot Be.
You cannot. No, not
You Cannot Read.
You are not alone.
You Are Not Alone. Are you alone? I'm alone. We're not alone.
Came out in 2007.
2007. So this is, the first Rebuild movie.
Yes.
For the most part, it's like what you'd expect from the early
basically
parts
like-
of the series.
It's almost a recap.
Yeah. No.
It's more or less a
it's
recap
what you-
of the beginning of the Evangelion series.
Like you get,
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of Monster of the Week. He fights, Shinji fights 2 angels. He gets introduced to Nerve, Misato, Rei. He meets his dad again. You get into Akari. It's really more of like just reintroductions.
Yeah.
But it's like a really good like kaiju or like giant monster mech movie, because like it's really intense, especially during the end when they have to fight that last angel, the like diamond thing.
Oh, that
shoots a
the
fucking-
pyramid or whatever.
Yeah, shoots like a laser through its
and
like
it
core.
screams like
I thought it was cool, dude, especially when he like gets back up and he's like,
shooting, and that was pretty cool because it was like they did a really good job of incorporating and like redoing or retelling from the series.
yes,
And not to get too far ahead, but real quick, like just the Eureka 7 movies versus the Eureka 7 show.
too ahead, bro. We will
Yeah.
never talk about those Eureka 7 movies again until we watch the last one.
I think it needs to be talked about. But
Do we
it's
really?
they're very similar. You know what I mean? So I want to bring it up because the movies did such a good job
Which
of
movies?
like good point. The Evangelion movies, the rebuild movies, did such a good job of capturing the original series,
Yes.
even if it has like a different ending and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like watching the Pyramid and Angel, and had just seeing it recently in the series, like the animation of it, the remake, and like how they changed it was so well done, where they captured the original essence of that angel, but modernized it.
Yes. Okay.
So I like the rebuild movies, in my opinion, are just like super well done.
Okay. No.
So like
I agree. Rebuild movies are definitely the better Ava,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But yeah. So the first rebuild movie, I mean, it's what you'd expect from early on in the series, in the TV series. Just like fights, like I think he fights 2 or 3 angels.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of see him grow a little bit, but obviously he's gonna plummet in the latter movies. But
Well, I mean, even in the series, he grew a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
no, yeah, like he kind of gets some. I mean, that's the thing. He just doesn't really have like an anchor. At least he doesn't have the anchor I think he wants.
Well, every time he like gains a little confidence, there's just something
That-
so heavy that drags him back
Yeah, yeah,
down. It's like, all right, so you defeated an angel. You're awesome. Way to
Yeah.
go. Your dad like
Still hates
is
you.
like, no. He gives you a compliment.
Yeah.
And then they had their like moment.
Yeah.
And then Ray gets like fucked up.
Yeah.
And you think she's about to die. So
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Or you get fucked up.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like, you know, so
Something
there's always
happens.
something that just pulls him back down. So
Yeah, yeah.
every time he feels like he makes this stride to being better, he just ends up getting dragged down.
Drag back down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Regular
So-
first movie in the rebuild movies, pretty standard.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8,
I gave it a 9.
9. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
9
I think
out of
it's a
10,
fun like it's more action. It's just an action movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And you still think it's just like a mecha.
Yeah.
A new, like a mecha movie.
A mecha movie. It's a mecha.
A mecha movie.
It's a robot.
Yeah.
All right. And now
So-
2.0,
Yes.
which is
Avon.
you are alone, right? You are alone.
You cannot advance.
You cannot get better. You cannot advance no longer. No
you
more.
are no longer going to be
making that
advanced.
progress.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say again, like this movie early on, I mean, you get introduced to a new character. Mari.
Mari, yes. Is that your best girl?
That's best girl.
Misato is my best girl.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like
Yeah.
possible choices, at least for Shinji, Mari makes sense. But yes, Misato is in fact best girl of the entire franchise for sure, 100%.
Misato is?
Misato.
Okay.
Misato, 100%. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
We
Okay,
talked about
bet.
this. But yeah, Mari gets introduced.
Yes.
New
Well,
child.
she gets introduced, like, kind of awkwardly. Like, she's not really introduced. There's, like, a scene with her.
Well, she's like the main focus in the first few minutes of the second movie.
And then pops up, like, an hour later and falls into Shinji. And is
Yes.
like, oh, hey, you smell good. All
Yeah.
right, see you later.
Smell like LCL.
Yeah.
Do you not want that? It's like a good introduction.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't even her introduction, though. That was later on in the movie.
Yeah. That's her
That was
reintroduction.
Reintroduction to Shinji. And then that's it.
Yeah. Well, no, she comes back.
In the third movie.
No, she's in the second movie.
Okay. In the second movie.
No, she in the second
In the
movie she
second
gets
movie-
Shinji back to pilot the Ava to save Rei.
Is that no? That's in the third.
That's the second movie. The third movie is where she comes back to stop Shinji from starting the fourth impact, mofo.
No, I don't think so.
Or the fourth impact, sorry.
Yeah.
No, the
No.
second movie she
I'm pretty
gets
sure in the second movie.
No, Shinji quits
She-
Shinji quits Nerve, remember?
Yeah.
And then she's the one that gets him from that shelter.
She didn't get him from the shelter.
Yes, she did.
She just saw him there.
No.
Because she was fighting.
Well, she still like found him anyway.
All right. I forgot about that
You
part.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's okay. You
Which
watched
is pretty
you
cool
watched
'cause-
17
no,
hours
no.
of Ava. It's okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Which was pretty cool though, because that was
It just-
kind of similar to the show. It wasn't her that got him out, but he was in the shelter in the show as well. And then it was like, oh shit, I got to go do something.
Yeah.
I think he ran into Kaji.
Well,
in the show.
She still picked him. She picked him up with it. Ava anyway.
Yeah,
and then I think she showed him the destruction that was going on, because that was like right before he starts the third impact.
Yes, yeah.
Because
he's trying to save Rey.
Yeah.
And pull her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it doesn't even matter because she's a fucking clone. We can just make another Rey.
Yeah. Well, there's already other Reys.
Yeah.
But yeah, spoiler alert, he starts the third impact.
Starts it, but doesn't.
No, he does.
No, he starts the fourth.
He starts
third.
He starts the third and fourth.
Impact. Yeah,
and
the
fourth.
Third and fourth?
Yes.
Okay.
He starts them both.
God. Ava is so much, man.
All right, so 2.0, it's more of like what you'd expect. It's more from like the first rebuild. He's fighting angels, but there's more like...
It's very similar, but then it starts to go back more into that linear storyline.
Well, it goes more into like the Human Instrumentality Project.
Yeah.
Like that becomes more out there. And then I think he still has more issues with Gendo, because they meet, remember? They meet
at the grave.
Yeah. But like they still don't have the best... They still don't have the best reunion.
Yeah.
So
in the show, it was better. It was a better reunion.
I don't remember. I didn't rewatch the entire show, so I only watched like...
Basically, well, I mean, it wasn't a great reunion, but his dad just like at least gives him a little more of a response. Like Shinji's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm glad we did this," and the father's like, "Yeah, me too," and then leaves.
Yeah.
But in the show or in the movie, he's just like, "Okay,
I'm going.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I have to go."
Yeah, I had to go.
Yeah. It's crazy how cold he is to
Yeah.
Shinji. I mean, it explains it, but even then, it's like, damn,
It still
bro.
doesn't make any
It's
sense.
like pretty fucking...
Or well, I mean, it's not that it doesn't make any sense. It's just cold-hearted.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up, like... I mean, I guess he thinks he's the better off, but shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, second movie starts the third impact.
Third impact. Yep.
Fucks everything up for everybody, for the most part, because in Evangelion 3.0...
Misato is
Yeah,
like fucked up.
Yeah.
And
everybody gets fucked up.
yeah.
Asuka gets fucked up.
Asuka gets her eye out, like gouged out, basically, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I can't remember how she got
Yeah.
her eye gouged
I don't
out.
know,
So
dude.
many things happen, so it's like
So
hard to keep up with
much.
what. Like,
Ava
oh,
got
you lost your
so
eye? How the fuck did
much.
that happen? I was thinking about the world ending.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So, but basically, at the end of the second movie, Shinji's trying to save Rey,
Yes.
and almost starts the third and fourth.
No, he starts
the third impact.
He starts the impact. It happens. The third impact happens.
Yes.
So, the third impact happened. Yeah.
Okay.
The world, I don't know. I can't remember what basically is... Like, it's weird. I thought you would think the impacts mean like the world ends.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like, I don't know what you can consider an impact. Because it's like essentially like a lot of... I don't even know what the fuck you could even say. It's just like the robot like becomes a spiritual being, and then the entire earth just like goes black, and then like all this shit starts levitating. Like the impacts are super crazy.
It's like
a contamination, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it like infects the world almost.
Yeah, with LCL and shit.
Yeah,
and
whatever the red fluid.
Yeah.
The red water.
The red water. Don't drink that.
Don't drink the red water. Yeah, and then and because it killed all wildlife. And
Yeah.
everything,
It like
and,
kills all wildlife.
yeah.
Yeah, because in the second movie you get more of a slice of life episodes.
Yeah.
Because they go into that
The marine biology like laboratory where they're trying to turn the water blue again.
Yeah.
Shinji fucks all that shit.
Yeah. Because he starts the third impact. But like they show, they're like, yeah, this is what marine life looked like before.
They're
The
like,
second
wow,
impact, you're like, holy
yeah.
shit, this
Yeah.
is crazy. Let me just fuck the world again.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Didn't even try to.
Yeah.
He was like,
Well, it's funny because like that's the thing. Like every time he gets in an Ava, like something happens.
mm-hmm.
And like in the second movie, he finally musters the courage, and he's like, I have to save like Rey, and he thinks he's doing the right thing. And
does
it's like
the right thing, still fucks everybody.
yeah, because like I don't know what it is about him starting the impacts, but yeah, he just like his emotion's so strong.
Yeah.
When he decides to do something, he just like ends the world.
Yeah.
So
it's
moving
crazy.
on to I guess,
And he was like a prodigy for like the Avas.
basically yeah exactly. He's a prodigy. He has the best synchronization rate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's explained why, kind of, at least why with his unit, because might as well just say it because his mom's spirit, I think, or soul is in the unit.
Yeah.
So, which is why, but it's like pretty fucking crazy. So, Evangelion 3.0.
That was 2.0, right?
No, well, now moving on to
3.0.
Unless you have anything.
cannot
Do you have
redo.
anything to say about 2.0? Okay. 3.0.
You cannot redo.
You cannot redo nothing.
Yeah. World's fucked.
World's fucked.
Start off, the world's fucked.
And this is like, it's a time skip too.
Yes. 14 years later.
14 years later.
Shinji has not aged.
No.
Asuka has not aged.
Asuka's-
Ray has not aged.
Ray's not aged. Neither
Because
has Mari.
It's the Mari has not aged.
the
as
curse
well,
of
the
the-
curse of the Eva.
Yes.
Yes. So, Shinji basically gets retrieved from like outer space.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
and wakes up and he's like, "All right, what's
What's
going
going
on,
on? What's
everybody? Yo,
Hey,
let's
fuck
see,
you.
yeah.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah,
Never
and
getting
that's
an Eva
everybody's
again.
Like, yeah, don't get an Eva, you piece of shit. Fuck
Yeah.
you. You fucked us all over. Like, what? Tell me what happened. No, fuck you. Put this death collar on.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
What? Why do I have to
Hey,
wear this?
hey,
don't
fuck
get an Eva.
you.
Fuck you.
Some dirt
Get in
on-
this cage, you piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it,
Like, tell me what happened.
no.
Yeah, no. Asuka, what's going on? Fuck
Bam.
you.
That's exact, dude. 3.0 was actually really frustrating for me because I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, like,
Just fucking tell him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What, like, the guy's got to know at
Yeah.
least. Like, tell him so he doesn't do it. Like,
yeah.
You know?
So he doesn't like,
yeah.
Go and
Can somebody tell me? Just don't get in an Ava. Just don't do it.
Ever.
Like, why? Just don't.
Yeah,
Promise
don't
me
do
you
it.
won't.
Yeah.
Like, what?
it's all some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
The first like, I think it's like the first 20 minutes is just like,
Don't
this
get in
dude-
an Ava.
yeah, don't get in Ava. Him kicking. Like, it's funny because in the TV show, it's like, get in Ava. No.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's like, don't ever get in Ava. It's like, why?
Yeah. I'm good at it.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty good.
Hey, like, I'm pretty fucking good at it,
I
bro.
saved Ray. I know
Yeah.
I did. I pulled her out of the other
Yeah.
Ava.
I remember seeing her spiritual lines.
Yeah.
Along
I
with,
went in there. I saw her titties and
Yeah.
everything. We had a good time.
I was
her
naked.
out.
She was naked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're naked, but like in a spiritual way.
Yeah. So it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
3.0.
3.0, yeah, the beginning was pretty frustrating. And then Kaoru is like even more kind of like, I don't know, just this enigma.
No, Karu is the crutch. Well, okay, so yeah, so 3.0 happens. Shinji's just not getting any explanations about what happened, like
Yeah.
what he did, and then eventually a Ray, quote unquote Ray, comes and rescues him, quote unquote rescues him
Yeah.
from what's the new like Vile.
Yes.
That's like the new
it's like
organization that's actually fighting against Nerve, which is what the original like organization
Nerve
was.
and Sele.
And Sele, yeah, like they're like it still has
Or they're called
Masato.
Vili? Yeah. Masato is like the leader.
Yeah, yeah,
And Ritsuku.
yeah, and then you still have Asuka, you have Mari,
Yeah.
but and then Ray is still with
Tojiro's little sister.
Tojiro's little sister,
Suzuhara, I think.
Suzuhara, yes, and then Nerve still exists and still works with Sele, but they've like split off.
Well, it's really just
It's just
Commander
Gendo,
Akari
yeah.
and
His,
his little minion.
And then Ray still
Kozu Futsuki.
Futsuki,
Fuyutsuki.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just pretty much those two.
Basically.
And Karu and Ray.
No, Karu. Yeah, Karu is kind of an enigma when it comes to like who he works for.
Yeah, he's not really like anything.
Yeah, well, Karu is like, I actually kind of don't understand his thing because he's
Honestly,
like
dude, this is blowing my mind. I'm trying to talk about Ava.
Yeah.
Is so intense, man.
Okay, so
It's like
well, Karu is like an angel. He is an angel technically.
yeah.
I think in the TV series he's the first angel, but in the Rebuild movies he is. Or no,
In the series he's the 14th.
Oh
the
yeah,
last
in
angel.
the Rebuild movies he's the first angel.
Yeah.
And
And the last angel. I think he's the first and the last angel.
but like his whole purpose essentially is to befriend Shinji, and he's essentially like his crutch
yeah.
and his comfort. And Karu lives
There's
in
a whole ship.
Karu
going on right
lives in a whole loop
Yeah.
because his whole like existence after he dies, because after he meets Shinji, he'll die,
Yeah.
and then he comes back again and he meets Shinji again,
Yeah.
and then he dies and then meets Shinji again. And I don't know, like what if it's just like every bad decision Shinji makes, if Kaoru dies because of that, because eventually. In the fourth movie, it seems like Kaoru is able to do what he wants, because like there's I'll mention it again because it's like it kind of gets lost because it's like what
so
the fuck.
convoluted.
Yeah.
If you've made it this far, like
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, third movie, he meets Kaoru. They play the piano, give each other blowjobs, and they just they gain each other's trust.
Yeah.
And the whole third movie is
and
like
then start the fourth.
well, they have to retrieve these
the
spears.
The spear of Longinus.
Longinus, and was there another spear that he has to retrieve, or is that
No,
Because there is two spears.
Yes.
By the way,
Yeah.
Longinus and like.
Latitude.
I was gonna say that. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah. But yeah. So like they go to do this because I can't remember what the fuck it was about what they were doing, but they essentially start the fourth impact.
Yeah, start it, but don't complete it.
They don't complete it.
It stops
It
because
stops.
Kaoru sacrifices himself.
To stop it, and then Mari
Because
and Asuka
Shinji,
come
yeah.
to save him too.
Yes.
And then Kaoru fucking explodes in front of Shinji's face, and that was like
In
traumatic
Eva,
as fuck. Yeah, that was crazy.
And then in the fourth movie, Rey explodes in.
Spoiler alert, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah. Whew. Fuck. All right.
So third
Wow.
movie ends. They start the fourth impact. It doesn't go through though.
Yeah.
It ends. It's like when you
That-
try to swipe
they-
your credit
they
card.
insert the card. but
Transaction
it's just
did not go through.
declined.
Declined. And then the fourth movie starts pretty much exactly where the
Yeah.
third movie ends.
A lot of Shinji crying.
A lot of Shinji crying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him though. Like it's like this dude almost ends the world twice. He thinks he's doing the right thing both
Yeah.
times, and then he just like fucks everything.
Yeah. Fucks everybody up.
Yeah. And he's in 14 years into the future.
Yes.
So
Doesn't know what's going on.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
So, Ava's just a whole.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole fucking
It's a
thing.
whole thing. So, but finally we get 10 years later, 3.0 plus 1.0. And
3.0
it's
plus-
definitely
Thrice
worth
Upon a Time.
watching.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of emotion from Shinji in
Yeah.
the beginning. And it does, like, you do get an ending that's, like, pretty satisfying.
I agree.
From
I think it was.
From 3.0 plus 1.0. So, we won't get into that too much because it's super fresh
Wait,
still.
real
but
quick. What did you give 3.0?
I gave 3.0.
And what did you give 2.0? Did you say what you gave? 2.0?
Yeah. A 9 for 2.0 and an 8 for 3.0.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yes. So, is there anything you want to go into about 3.0 plus 1.0?
I'm so tired.
It's so, dude, Ava is just like a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Like, I mean, it's not even just like looking into just like what the show kind of just shows you.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like the stuff that it shows you, but it doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
And it's like visually, it's just like so much is happening. And it's so hard to like, it's hard to comprehend what's happening, but it's like easier to understand what happens at the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Like what the ending is easier to understand than what is happening while it's ending,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like you're just like, what the fuck's happening? Oh, okay. So Shinji, he's like, okay, he's happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
finally
basically-
shows the happy ending.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
he comes to terms with like a lot of the baggage he had with like his father,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff with like his mother, and with every character, because like at least like I don't want to go into it too much, I guess, because 4.0 yeah, or 3.0 plus 1
1.0. Yeah.
Thrice Upon a Time is still new, but it's the one. It's the only series or the only part of the franchise where Shinji decides to understand the other characters.
Yeah.
He tries to like open up to them and understand their problems, as opposed to like them kind of like coming to help him.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to help them, and then he decides that he wants to live in the world.
Yeah.
He is like happy, or he wants to be happy, I guess. And he rewrites. Yeah, human instrumentality.
Is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he rewrites the world where Ava, or well, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Avas don't exist no more.
Jeez. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah.
Watch the show. Watch the fucking
Watch
movies.
the movies.
Assholes.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right.
Evangelion.
Evangelion.
As Evangelion has finally come to an end.
Yeah, I'm happy, dude.
So,
I'm super. I gave that shit a 10, dude. That shit was a 10 for me.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I gave that shit a 10. though.
Yeah.
10.
Well, if there wasn't an hour and a half of
it was
crying,
worth
you
it.
know.
It was worth it.
So yeah, maybe one day we'll do a breakdown of just like one movie or something. Because I
Yeah.
feel like this is a lot to get through.
It's a lot
Yeah.
for sure.
So if you really made it all the way to the end here, love you so much. Hit us up in the DMs
Yes.
and say I made it to the end,
Yeah.
and we'll give you some sort of reward or
Dylan
something.
will be really happy about
Yeah.
it because
Yeah.
his mind is fucking blown.
Yeah.
My mind. I mean, my mind has already been blown up like 100 times already.
This,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
this
cool.
this I think this podcast is as draining as the movie.
Yeah. Dude, it's a
the show.
lot to fucking go into.
It's
'cause
a lot to unpack.
Yeah. I mean, you think it's the TV series is pretty easy, I think. Because
I think
like,
we should put a disclaimer in front of the intro, like prepare yourself for all this baggage about to be unpacked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude. It's depressing. It's fucking sad. There's a jerk off scene, and
That's all you need to know.
that's all you need to know.
Yeah. So.
Jesus Christ.
Well, as
What,
Evangelion-
what before you end it,
okay.
or we end this, what do you like? Do you like Ava like as a series now? Like how do you feel about Ava as a series?
I like the movies.
You bitch. Go
I
ahead.
like the movies. Those
Okay.
I could definitely rewatch fairly
The
easily.
rebuild movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
The series I could definitely rewatch up to a certain point.
Certain point.
And then I would probably rewatch the whole thing maybe once, but then after that, I probably wouldn't watch the last like 3 episodes.
you have to. It's like,
Yeah. So I probably just wouldn't rewatch it after the second time.
Jesus, dude. So heavy on you. It's all
It
right.
was a lot.
It is a lot, dude. Ava's it's been a fucking like journey,
Yes.
for sure with
Yeah.
Ava. Glad it's over.
Yeah.
Mari's best girl for sure, 100%,
If you say
100%.
so. If you say so.
What?
What?
Who'd you say?
I like Asuka.
What, dude? Oscar? No way. But yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But no way. Mari's way better.
That sweetness.
Alrighty.
All right.
Is this where?
Okay. And so as Ava came to an end, so must this podcast.
Yes.
All right. Well, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment in the below. Follow us on Instagram
Yeah.
and YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcast and anywhere else you listen. All righty. Anything
All
you
right.
got to say? All right.
I like Mari and her boobies.
Okay.
For shoresies.
All righty. And cut it.
See you later. Bye.